You could be anywhere else, but I'm glad you're right here with me today. I got a very special show lined up for you all today. I got my co-host. We're starting to try to do something different for 2023. I got my co-host. She will be co-hosting the show with me today. And I got a very special guest in the building today. So I would love for y'all to stick around because this show's going to be awesome, everybody. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Thank you all for tuning in with me today. This is the Sober Game Podcast, and I will be your host for today. I'm Mr. Show Out TV. And if you're watching right now, that's probably because you probably got answers. You probably got questions about addiction. You probably got things that are going on with you in your life that you really just want answers to. This is the channel to come to. This is what we do. We try to motivate and inspire people in addiction, and that is what we're aiming for, everybody. But first, one thing I would really love for you to do, and this is necessary. I would need y'all to do this. Hitting the like button is necessary because it allows the algorithm to show our videos way much more on YouTube. And that is what we're aiming for. We're aiming to show our videos to the masses. So make sure before you even just start this, make sure that like button. We love that. And I will thank you so much today. But I got Miss Jessica in the building today, everybody. And she will be sharing her story with us today. So welcome to the show, Miss Jessica.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, we're going to jump right into it. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Jessica, and I am, I'll be 42 in 2 weeks. I have 4 beautiful girls, and I'm married to a fantastic, supportive, incredible husband.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, can you tell me a little bit about your childhood?
Oh, sure. We're jumping right in. You know what? I had a really rough one. It was some trauma and my dad was in prison, and my mom was a single mom raising my brother and I, and we lived with my grandparents and the rest of our family, the entire family. So up until I was about 13. So it was a different one. It was very unique and full of love, but just really hard for a little kid. Yeah. So after 13, my mom met this amazing guy and got married, and it's been so much better since then. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first marriage you was in, was it kind of rocky at the beginning?
My marriage?
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? We were married for it was about 17 years. And, it was just, we got married really young, and I don't know, I wouldn't say it was rocky at the beginning. I would say that it was challenging because we both grew up together. Starting, I was 18 when we got together. And so it was really hard to kind of mature as an individual while having to care for a family. We had a family right away. So, great guy. We just, it didn't work out. So.
Yeah, that happens a lot, especially when in marriage anyway. Sometimes, people just grow apart. That's part of it. But I have has made it in, Miss Carrie. I want everybody to welcome Miss Carrie to the show. She has made it in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
And so, Jessica, I will be asking you a few questions, and they're really not hard at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I will start off. Okay. When did you realize that you had a problem with addiction or with alcohol?
Okay. When did I realize that? Gosh, after every drink, right? For me, I had a hard time. You know what? I didn't even drink, honestly, until like a few years ago. Which is strange. I didn't drink in my previous marriage really, and after the divorce I think I started doing more, and then with the pandemic and stuff. So I think when I couldn't tell the difference of being buzzed and being drunk, like I didn't know where that line was, and I didn't know how to stop myself. So after the cycle just continued. So after every night where it was, I had one too many, it's like, man, I got to stop,
Yeah, that's very hard sometimes, because, when we in it, I know Carrie can vouch for this too. Carrie, you can also comment on this. When we start, it's like, sometimes it's not a non-stopping thing. It's just like, okay, when is the stopping point? And sometimes it's kind of, we get diluted and we don't really know the stopping point. Carrie, what you think about that?
I can relate. I can relate. There's been many times where I'm just like, oh, I'll just have 2 drinks tonight. And then I'm like at the liquor store getting more,
Yeah.
and then I tell myself, oh, tomorrow I'll not drink. And then tomorrow comes and I'm drinking again. So it's just like a vicious cycle. So
Yeah, it be eating at us as well, like you said, Carrie, because sometimes we be telling ourselves, I'm not going back to the liquor store. But soon you get to that last little beer, that last sip of wine, you trying to find your car keys. Or you trying to get somebody to go take you there and everything like that. So that's the part of it. I have another question for you, Justin.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the underlying factor that led you to alcohol? What was the thing that kind of just triggered you to it?
Sure. Probably for me, most likely depression, anxiety, social situations. When you were married so long, you get used to the people in your life. And then when you have a new life with a new family, there's a lot of getting used to a new thing. And I didn't realize that that was hard for me. And so I just would have a drink or two to kind of relax, and I could never stop at the 2, right? So, I guess anxiety for me, loneliness a little bit, maybe just wanting to make sure I could please somebody and they would like me. And as silly as that sounds for an adult, you want to, fit in. So, yeah, because I'm kind of quiet without drinking. I'm kind of boring, right? So,
yeah. I mean, that's how it is. The alcohol and wine or whatever you choose to prefer. It kind of opens us up. It kind of makes us a little social. For most of us, a lot of us that's not social, socially active. You put a couple of drinks in a person, and sometimes you actually see who they really are. Sometimes, but that's just the effect. That's just the effect. So you know how it goes. We know how it goes. What you think about that, Karen?
I definitely agree. I would even just to hang out with people, I would have to drink before I went out. Just even to go to a park, on a hike.
Yeah, like they say, take the edge off sometimes. At the beginning when we used to drink, we had it's like a rush for everybody that's watching. It gives you that rush, it gives you that sense of feeling of relaxation. And so that's what we pretty much try to aim for. But after a while, we can kind of sense that things becoming a problem. So yeah. I got another question for you, Tessa.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about mental health?
What are my thoughts? I come from a background of mental health issues, unfortunately, and actually work in a classroom of special needs, so I deal with that on a daily basis. And I wish more people would understand when we can't get out of bed. We really can't get out of bed. It's not that we're being lazy or we're not trying to be antisocial. We're surviving, right? So, there's still days when I'm reminded. I'm medication free, but I'm a medication believer. I've tried it and I just haven't found the right one yet. It's hard when people don't believe that there's mental health issues. That's the stigma. We have to break that, because that's why a lot of people self-medicate, because they have been told, can't you just feel better or just be happy or whatever. It's like, well, we're trying. So I'm a big advocate for, what would you say, getting help and go see a doctor, talk to somebody. You're never alone. I've dealt with people who've taken their life, who haven't been able to make it. And it's devastating. So I just wish that more people would be supportive of people trying to get help,
Yeah, you said it very well when you said that. Also, you touched on a good point, because it is a stigma. And I also say this too. I think I probably said this to Carrie also. It's a stigma in all communities. I don't care what race you are, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I don't care what race you are, what ethnicity you are. It's a stigma that a lot of people feel like they just do not want to go get help or want to go find help or because a lot of people love to try to talk down or you need a counselor or you need therapy. See, some things are meant for professional people to actually give you the correct advice or just try to get you out of the little slump that you're in. So, what you think about that, Miss Carrie?
I'm huge on the mental health. I liked it when you said like not being able to get out of bed sometimes and you're just like surviving because like literally I've had to tell myself like if all you do today is just sit in this bed and not drink, that's fine. Like that is okay. You just survive in this bed. That's okay. And so I've been there. So and like mental health, yeah, definitely like all of it. Whatever you think you need to like reach out and go, like not have just negative thoughts towards it. Like if you think you should go to therapy, you should probably go to therapy.
Right.
If you think you might be depressed, you might be depressed. Yeah. So just go with your yourself, and you just gotta trust to listen to yourself more. I guess. Mental health.
Exactly, because it is a very big issue. A lot of people don't address it, until it's too late. A lot of people don't address it until it's too late, and then they find themselves probably, dead, or they find themselves addicted, to a lot of things that if they really could have got the help that they needed, could have gave them some answers. Not saying, so that is very one thing we need to all just realize, that if you need help or that you feel like you need to help, it's okay to just say, you know what, even if you don't have the money, I think they got programs. Don't they have programs, ladies, that you could probably get into and they can help you pay for them?
Yeah, they have mental health offices. I know with California, at least, that you can go to, and they have hotlines. Call a hotline if you're ever in desperation. And I'm pretty sure that there's outlets for free help too. Okay,
I'm glad you said that. I got the next question, and I'm glad that you spoke upon social behavior and stuff like that. So that's kind of what the next question is. Social anxiety. How did you overcome it? I mean, what was your little tool that you used to overcome it? Was it through therapy, counseling?
I definitely haven't overcome it yet. I'll just put that out there. I'm anxious right now. Shoot.
Right.
No, honestly, the support of my husband, I know what it's like not to be supported, and the fact that he will literally lay there with me and just encourage me that if all I can do is take one more breath and take it. So the support of my family, the support of my husband, and then I go to therapy every week. I have, right now I've been on a little hiatus because she's been busy, but I meet once a week and I do an EMDR therapy, which is very specific to childhood trauma. And it's incredible. The social aspect of it, honestly, I don't know if I'm there yet. I've kind of taken a step back from being social and just kind of trying to prepare myself for that next get together. And I just do it without a drink in my hand. I put my own, like an iced tea or some type of special drink that I'll make, a sparkling water or something, and I just hold it the whole time, so I make sure that I don't turn to anything else, but if you have that community of, even if it's a small support group, 1 or 2 people, I think for me also, I incorporate my faith in it, so I always am in scripture and be like, okay, what do I do right now? I just need to move the next 5 steps. And so I turn to that. Romans is a great book to study if you ever have any doubts about that. And it's a day-by-day thing.
Yeah, I'm so glad you touched on it also as well, because the support system is very much needed, you all out there. because a lot of things you just can't do by yourself. You know, even a support system, somebody that is encouraging you, you know, motivating you to keep on going. It's sometimes we try to find that, and sometimes it's hard to find it, and sometimes the ones closest to you don't actually want to give you that. So trying to have a good support system is very much needed, especially when you're going through your sobriety, because any little thing, you know, any little trigger, things like that, you know, kind of bring you down and try to bring you down. So that is really not what we're trying to do on here. So Carrie, what you feel about that?
Social anxiety, I'm not there yet. I am not there yet.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna set the record too. I'm really not where, you know, at that point myself. So all three of us, it's a work in progress, everybody. We all, you know,
Yes.
that's what it's about. Okay, you can continue.
Yeah, maybe like in the beginning it was like hard to go to like Walmart, things like that. But then I've found ways, you know, like ordering groceries online so I don't have to go past the beer like section in Walmart or the grocery store. But as far as like social settings, I don't go out that much to be around like social settings. Like I'll go out to eat with my partner, but that's not a whole bunch of people. So I need to do better at like connecting with more people like in real life, because I have a great online community and I connect with a lot of people online, which is awesome. But as far as like real life, I need to do better at that. That's something that I definitely need to branch out and find new people, sober-minded people that are supportive.
I don't know about you too, but you know, when we in our recovery, you know, we lose a lot of our friends. Well, not actually lose them, we just kind of distance ourselves from them a little bit, because you have to, because old friends, old numbers, old things, you know, you try to distance yourself away from them. So a lot of times we feel like being secluded is kind of our little safe haven, our safe zone. But you know, whatever works for us, you know, I can say just keep on doing it, because that's what is needed. So if it's working for you, yeah. But that social part, that social anxiety and depression, that is real. so you know, that is what it is. Also,
You brought up a point though too about kind of like a boundaries thing. If you need to set some boundaries for a while and say, I'm not going to be able to go to that, you know, whatever that's, I'm not going to be able to go out for cocktails yet because I am not strong enough or whatever. Like the right circle will respect those boundaries. So that's important to find too.
And that's what I love too about a group of friends that I have. They know my transition. And so they respect it. They rather not even come around. And if they do come around, they're not trying to offer nothing or anything like that. So they very much respect me in that, you know, that sense. But, you know, you got some friends out there that they just come in right along to try to get in your life to try to see. Let me try to see if she really about what she talking about or he about this. So you know, so that's why sometimes it is good to stick to yourself. I can say that. I got another question for you, Ms. Jessica.
Okay.
Finish this sentence for me. My name is Jessica, and I am.
Wow. My name is Jessica, and I'm proud of myself.
Now that's an awesome answer.
Yeah. It's been a while.
You can reflect on that a bit. Y'all reflect on that if you would like. So what makes you that awesome person in your recovery?
Let's see. I think I would say my name's Jessica and I am enough. A lot of times I allow my insecurities to be louder than who I am. And I don't see myself how other people do. I mean, the truth is I'm a teacher, I'm an educator, I'm a a mentor and an advocate and a good wife and a good mom. Those are the truths, right? And then a good friend, a good sister, but then you'll have the lies that come in like, are you sure? Well, you did this that time, and the shame and the guilt reminds you of what you were, and those times can be really loud, but you have to let your confidence and your assurance be louder than your insecurities. So I'm enough.
I like that.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah, Carrie, you have anything for her?
Do you have any advice to give someone like that is looking to get sober? Like they're not maybe sober yet, but they're dabbling in it. They're
curious. Yeah. I was sober curious from the first drink. I have a lot of addiction in my family, and I've seen it, just take over lives. And my advice would be, if you have the inkling that you should be sober, you probably should. And for me, it took a little more than just, oh, I'm sober now. It took a little more than that. And for some people, it's as simple as, I'm just not going to drink anymore. So whatever works for you. As soon as you put that drink down, get in community, get online, find a group online. There's Zoom meetings. There's, I'm in a sober moms group, and then, I think I'm in a sober curious group actually, on Facebook and different websites. But don't be ashamed, and tell somebody, make a friend, because that helps you be accountable, right? And don't be scared. Be excited. Change that mindset, because it's scary, and it's scary that first time that you have a dream of taking a drink and you wake up mad at yourself. And it's scary that you have the capability of drinking again, but you take it 1 minute at a time if you have to, one breath at a time if you have to. I just had kind of a depressive episode the other day, and it was, my husband says, well, what would you have done before that helped you? I said, drink, because it numbs you, right? So it's okay to feel, just let yourself feel. I was bored the other day. I'm like, I haven't been bored in you always feel that boredom, and I said, okay, be present. It's really cool to just be there. So there's a lot that are relying on you, for sure.
I'm glad you said that, because when we was in our addiction or doing whatever it is we was doing, boredom, they always say, idle time is the devil's hand. We will find stuff to get into when we bored. You'll reach in your pocket and you will be creative. You'll find that loose $10 up under the couch, and there you go. You off to the running. So I'm so glad you said that. And your answer, I love your answer.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I have another question for you. Can you finish this sentence? Today I will not give up. No, I'm not giving up anymore. That was it. I'm determined. I love that. Okay, the next question. How important is this show for you and to others out there dealing with addiction?
Oh, I wish it was, let's blow this show up. Let's put it on every platform. I wish there were. For me, I was just a normal mom who would come home from working all day, raising a family, and I would have a glass of wine or whatever. The normal moms out there, you don't have to have a glass of wine to relax. Your children need you, your husband needs you, or your spouse. And I wish more people would understand that it doesn't have to be a part of your everyday. That's something that this society has just created. Like, you need a vice. You need, put this soda in your hand, put this energy drink in your hand, put this glass of wine in your hand. You need this. And it's like accepted. Through this show, I want people to know that you don't have to. Like, be different, be set apart. Let's make sober mom a thing, and let's take it back to when we could go on hikes and hang out together. And I think you said something, Carrie, that it's like all of our stuff is online now. So if we could meet people online and then take that in the real world, we wouldn't be so lonely. We wouldn't need those vices. And so I hope that through this show, like, people are able to see that we come in every walk of life, every financial ability, status, everything. Like, addiction is non-discriminatory. So let's let's just admit that we made a mistake and move forward. And hopefully through this, we can have more people that would be willing to join us, you know?
Thank you, because I'm so glad you said that, because, you know, I'm trying to build a community where we all can just come to. You know, I'm starting to build a real family core here. You know, a lot of the speakers, a lot of guest speakers that I have on, I still reach out to them. That's why I was honored when I asked Miss Carrie when she started being my co-host, so we can do this together. You know what I mean? So we can actually just really inspire and motivate a lot of people. Does that mean that we say we are perfect? No, we're not. We're a long shot from being perfect. But we are two individuals that is trying to at least give a lot of people a platform where they can, you know, they can come on here and we can just share our thoughts and we can talk to each other. Because, you know, one thing about addiction is that we have to stick together.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my last question for you, and I know Miss Carrie got some questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. This is my last question for you. Out of everything you have been through, what have it taught you and what have you learned?
Out of everything I've been through, I'm still on that journey. I'm still learning about myself. But what I know, what I'm confident in, is that I am capable. I am brave, and I'm bigger than my fears, and I don't have to worry about not being able to do something, because I've done a lot and I've been able to conquer a lot. What do I know? Let's see. I know what's important and what doesn't matter, and I know not to sweat the super small stuff. You know, things are always going to be challenging. You're never going to go through the perfect season of life, so just be prepared. And the way that we can prepare is just to be centered in ourselves and know that we are capable of handling it. And if something happens, having that community to kind of turn to. So I think out of everything, it's just to love. I'm still struggling with love. There's people that I'm learning how to love. We all have to deal with things, but that love conquers all. So if you can learn how to love yourself and learn how to love your family and your community and your enemies and everybody, you know, gosh, you know, that would take care of everything, right?
Yes, ma'am. You nailed it on the head right there. Yes, ma'am. So right now, this is a part where I say, if this is your first time to the channel, everybody, I am your host. I'm Mr. Show Out TV. Now, a lot of people want to ask me where I get that name from. I get it from my little son. I was doing TikTok, and he started to say, "Daddy, you show out too much." So I said, you know what? That's it. So I just started creating it. I started uploading my TikTok videos as Mr. Show Out. And as I started to able to get some subscribers on YouTube, I figured out that, you know what, I could start sharing my stories. So that's really how I started this channel with the name. And after a while, you know, it's starting to take off for everybody. I finally got my EIN, my tax identification number for my business. It's Sober Media LLC. So we're trying to grow this thing right here, what I'm trying to do, everybody. And like I said, I love this community that I'm having. Carrie is starting to be the co-host, and I'm gonna actually have her just doing some shows by herself without me just being here. So, you know, we just trying to just take it step by step, day by day, and just try to inspire a lot of people. But I know Miss Carrie got some questions for you she would like to ask you as well.
I just have one question.
Okay.
What's your next goal, in the next couple months? What are you like working towards, I guess?
Good question.
Like, is there any big thing that you're trying to like accomplish or?
Professionally, I'm in my last classes before I become a teacher, actual credentialed teacher. So I'm very excited about that. Personally, I would really like to maybe repair some relationships. That's a hard pill to swallow when you have to admit that you were a part of why they weren't working.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to just get back in there and show them who I am and not who I was, or who I could be. I just want to spend time with my family and just reconnect. I was very functioning alcoholic, so a few of my kids were like, I didn't know. I'm like, well, yeah, because I hid it from you. But so I just, I want to kind of repair that and start fresh.
Sound like great, like goals. Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. Miss Jessica, I'm so glad that you was able to come share your story with us today, because I know that when everything's said and done, when everybody get this replay back and when everybody start watching it, I just hope that someone can take some things that you said and just kind of use them, so that's what we're really trying to do, and that's what we're aiming for. If we can just reach one person, even if it's just one person, you all, we done something out of today or out of this episode. That is what we're aiming for, everybody. So I would love to say thank you, Ms. Jessica, for joining the show.
Thank you, Jessica.
Yes.
Thank you both. I appreciate you. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Anytime. And you got me on Facebook or Carrie. We all got each other's numbers. So what we love to do is just keep in touch. If you ever would love to be on the show again, or you just have some ideas, don't hesitate to let me know.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Miss Carrie, for joining me again today. Thank you. So that is what we're doing, everybody. That's what we're doing. I think I cut Miss Carrie out. Carrie, if I did that, my bad. I think I was taking it back. But yes, everybody, I hope everybody out there enjoyed this show today. It was very special. This was a very special episode. I had my co-host, Carrie. We co-host together on this broadcast today. And Miss Jessica came into the building today and she dropped some real good information for anybody that's out there battling addiction, anybody that's going through anything. So that's what we're trying to do. But here's the kicker, everybody. This is what I need you to do. If you are going through anything right now, I have my email at the bottom of the screen. And so you can also email me. And for the people that's just tuning in right now, this is how you can subscribe and join. You hit that button right there. That's the subscribe button. Also, that little bell. When you hit that little bell, that will notify you for all the videos that I will come out with. Any broadcast that I will do, you will get notified. And you can also hit that little join button. I'm gonna play that back again. You can subscribe or hit that notification bell there. And when you hit that notification bell, you click for all videos. So you get notified for each and every one of my videos. Or you can be a member and join one of my membership plans, everybody. You can support the show by joining and, picking a package out of my membership. I would love that also. We would love your subscription, because we're trying to create a fearless army over here. We're trying to create a sober community over here, and we're trying to touch the masses, everybody. And we're trying to spread hope and motivate a lot of people out there in addiction. So I hope you all love this broadcast. Till next time, Mr. Show Out TV. Yeah.
Welcome to Mr. Show Out TV Recovery and Addiction YouTube channel, where we hope to inspire those battling addiction. Please subscribe and like the channel. Make sure you click the notification bell to get notified whenever we broadcast. Thank you and enjoy the show. To support the channel, you can send donations to Cash App $Mr. Show Out TV. So please don't wait, subscribe now. Together we can help and give inspiration to millions of people.
What's up, everyone? It's Mr. Show Out TV, and thank you for choosing my channel to come to for great content about addiction and recovery-related topics. Let's continue to inspire those in addiction. Let's continue to make a difference. Let's continue to subscribe, everyone. Continue to subscribe. Continue to hit them like button. Let's get the likes up. And continue also, remind yourself to hit the notification bell. So when anytime I go live, you will be notified. Let's continue to inspire those in addiction. Thank you so much for choosing my platform to come to for great content. Continue to watch my videos and continue to share the message.